Hey everybody, it's Brian here, and today I want to lend somebody some money. I'm going to do a Kiva loan. I'm not sure if you've heard of Kiva, I'll go through it in a second, but to me, it's just a really neat way to be generous. I think generosity is great. It makes the world a better place. It feels good to be generous, and I've been the recipient of generosity. When I was first married, a few months in, a lady gave us $100 just for groceries. We weren't family, and it felt great, and I remember that, and I want to be a generous person. I just think it's, I don't know, for me, it's a good thing. So I'm not trying to tell you how to spend your money. This is just something that I do that you might find interesting as well. So Kiva is a company that's in San Francisco, and here's how it works. You've got somebody that needs a loan. Maybe they want to go to school, maybe they want to buy some products to sell in their store and they can't afford those products. Maybe they need a toilet and they can't afford it. So normally they would go to a bank. For whatever reason, the bank won't give them a loan. Maybe they don't have a right credit history or whatever. So this person goes to Kiva. Kiva investigates, figures out if it's legitimate or not, and if it is, Kiva allows this person to put their story on their website. Then people like you and I go to the Kiva website and we read that person's story and we can lend them the money. And the idea is once they have all the money, they go buy that product. When they start making money, they pay us back. And once we get money back in our Kiva bank account or our Kiva account, we can again lend that money out to somebody else. So once I put in a little bit of money into my Kiva account, I can keep lending it out. When I get paid back, I can lend it out again. I get paid back, I lend it out, and it stays in my Kiva account. That's what I think is cool. Kiva, if you go to kiva.org, let's go there together. I'll show you here. Kiva.org, they say about 97% of the time you get your money back. So not all the time, but most of the time you get your money back. What I like about Kiva is 100% of the money I put into Kiva goes to the person in the field. Kiva doesn't take a cut. They don't have to pay for advertising or administration. You can donate to Kiva if you want, but you don't have to. You can just donate to the person in the field, and that's why I really like Kiva. It's been around since 2005. I've kind of looked into it. It seems like a legit company. I haven't looked recently, but when I first started, I looked. I've been using it for over a decade. Let's lend somebody some money. I log into kiva.org and you can read a little bit about the company, but then I just go to lend right here, and what they do is they break it into categories: women, agriculture, education, whatever, or regions if you want to lend to a certain region around the globe. I'm going to pick a spot that I've never gone to before, conflict zones. And so they give you short stories that you can read, and you can see this person needs $2,000 and how far they have to go. And they want you to lend in $25 increments. And so that's how you start, with just $25. So you create your Kiva account, and then you're able to lend out the money. And so if I look at George here, I'm gonna click on George Group. He's in the Congo, and it gives me $2,000, and he wants to buy some baby chicks and some food for them. And so it says that he has a degree in economics there, and he's taking classes on poultry, and he wants to buy some chicks. You know, I have experience with this myself. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna say I'll start with $25. Lend now. It's in my basket. Proceed to checkout. So $25 is going to George. Yes, Kiva says we need some money, but it's up to you. You don't have to donate to Kiva if you don't want to. So I'm gonna put in $0 over this time. Sometimes I give them $1 or $2. That's a total. This is US funds, in case you know. It's gonna go on my credit card. I'm gonna do that. And bang, there we go. And then they want you to tell everybody that you did that, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so thanks. I just lent to George. Now, I can go to my portfolio. I'll tell you that I just started this account before Christmas, and there's 4 other families in there. That, like right now, there's $770 into this account, but that's shared between 4 families. It's not just me. So right now it tells me that I don't have any money to lend out to somebody else. But as soon as somebody starts paying me back, this will go up. This money will go up. And as soon as I hit $25 right here, I can lend it out to somebody else. So it tells me right here that so far I've put $770 into Kiva, but I've lent out $900 because sometimes people pay me back and then I lend it out again. So that's cool. You can also join teams. I'm on Team Canada. There's all kinds of teams, or you can start your own team. It says so far I've made 7 loans, I've donated to 6 different countries, and this is just about how much money I've given to Kiva itself. So these are the loans I've got going on right now. This person's paid back 10%, this person's paid back 25%, and so on and so forth. It tells me down here I've given to males and females, or I can go and look by location, the Philippines and Vietnam and Kenya and Madagascar I've given to, or sectors. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. You can look in, really dive deep and look in at the details if you really want to see exactly the day that you started lending and how much you've been paid back. It's right here. So it says on April 15th, which is today, that I lent $25 and that went to George. And so he's still raising money. This person hasn't paid any back. On April 6th, I lent some out. But here, February, I lent out $75 and this person's paid back $7.50. And so when they get money, this person's paid me back $56 and so on and so forth. And so as soon as I got some of that money back, I lent it out again. Anyway, for me, Kiva is just a cool way to be generous, and I really enjoy it. Thanks for listening. Talk to you guys next week. Hey guys, I forgot to tell you something about Kiva, and I just want to be 100% honest. It's not a charity. That means if you give money to Kiva, you can't write it off on your taxes as a charitable donation. It doesn't work like that. This is just you giving money to somebody that needs it. That's pretty much it. They might not even pay you back. This is real generosity. That's all it is.